Welcome to our latest edition of Advantage Talks. And I love a brand that lives its values, particularly when it's a luxury brand. Now, normally, when you watch me, I'm sat in a makeshift office at the end of my garden, but not today. Today, I'm in a luxury hotel in Russell Square in London. So, which brand am I talking to? Well, I'm talking to the newest luxury brand, Explora Journeys. And I'm delighted that their Chief Sales Officer, Chris Austin, is joining me today to tell me more about, or tell us all more about Explora Journeys. Welcome, Chris. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you, and of course, thank you to everybody who's listening today also.
Great. And look, there's so much for us to talk about. I think I should say, again, this time round, we're going to do a little mini-series. So this is the first of a few chats we're going to go through. Let's dive straight in, because time is obviously of the essence. So can you tell us how 2023 has been so far for Explora Journeys, and are there any highlights you'd like to share with members?
Absolutely. Well, 2023, we are actually about 84 days away from our very first maiden journey on July the 17th, which I'm sure you all know, we're sailing out of Southampton for our very first maiden. But 2023 is a year of momentum. It's a year that the story is building, of course. It's a year that our travel advisor partners, yours and all around the world, are really getting excited about the brand. And of course, many advisors are making bookings. They're actually sharing our story, our rich story, which I'm sure we're going to get into today, with their clients, and they're actually making bookings as well. And of course, our travel advisors are really supporting us, in an unprecedented way. Actually, it's terrific to see.
It's a big year, right?
It's a big year.
Are you feeling the pressure yet?
Of course we're feeling the pressure. You know, I mean, I think it takes a particular type of person to actually create and launch a new brand, but that was what was attractive to all of us, you know, from our CEO through to myself, everybody in the brand. It's about blank pieces of paper, it's about guest centricity, it's about the art of listening with travel advisors, and it's about creating something very, very special. And of course, Explora Journeys, John, is the vision, the dream, it's a passion project of our family owners. And our family owners are the Aponte Vago family, headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. Yeah.
And actually that leads really nicely into my next question, because what is different about Explora Journeys? Tell us about it. You know, what sets it apart from everything else?
Absolutely. And you know, I'm often asked this question. And sometimes the question's phrased, can you tell me about the one point of difference? And my answer to that is our one point of difference is we have 100 plus points of difference. And actually that's where storytelling comes really into this. And I mentioned the guest centricity. And I also mentioned that we're the dream, the vision, the passion project actually of the Aponte Vago family. So of course they had their vision derived somewhat from their own experiences on their own private yacht during the summer months in the Mediterranean, etc.
Right? Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But then we also, through their guidance, asked 20,000 luxury affluent consumers. Many of them ardent, luxury ocean lovers,
sure.
And some were not. Some were what we love to call luxury land lovers. We asked those 20,000 what they would want in a new brand, and they basically told us a yacht-inspired ship, space, choice, design, privacy, and journeys that leave me exhilarated, not exhausted. And so those are the sort of pillars, the key pillars. And so basically, to fulfill those, we went to Martin Francis. Who's he? He is the world's preeminent #1 super yacht maritime architect. He's British, by the way. So anybody in the business of wanting to buy their own private yacht, make sure Martin Francis has designed it for you.
I'll take his email.
There you go,
yeah.
Exactly. So with Martin Francis and then Fincantieri, the finest Italian luxury shipbuilders, they have designed a ship that is inspired by super yachts, but as a ship. Space, we created the largest lead-in suite in the industry, 377 square feet, 35 square meters. We have the most outdoor space in the industry. You put choice then, choice of 4 pools, 67 private cabanas, 11 culinary venues, spa and wellness. You know, you put choice into the equation. You put design, which was asked for, and design for us is 2 things. It's interior design, a cosmopolitan, boutique, vibrant hotel feel, but also the design of a ship that's sustainable, environmentally forward-thinking, and protects the oceans of our world. Privacy is a natural if you have space and choice. And then how we've designed our destinational visits, our immersions in the hidden harbours, the off-the-beaten-path destinations we visit, ensures that obviously guests do leave exhilarated. Sea days, longer stays in port, even overnights, where it's appropriate, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And those are the key pillars that create differentiation. There's a family,
Yeah.
we're European as a brand, we're proud of that. And it's how we're going to deliver the service, the passion that our hosts will actually have on board as well. That really sort of rounds out our key points.
Okay. I should have said at the start, Chris is an amazing storyteller. He's really good at bringing the product to life, so no pressure
Thank you.
there, Chris.
I appreciate it.
But look, I think from a member point of view, what would really help, because it sounds like there's so many wonderful attributes to Explorer Journeys, and obviously you can't focus on everything, and in fact, and we can't have you in every member store telling the story as much as we'd love that. So what would you say to members they should focus on? What should be the key things they should maybe focus on when they're trying to tell the story initially?
Yeah, well, I think obviously there's a lot of curiosity that people innately have. So certainly presenting Explorer Journeys to those loyal ocean lovers, John, those cruisers, is certainly a strategy. But also, presenting us to those luxury land lovers and not ignoring them, but always give what a client wants. Because who wants to be told not to do what they love? So make us the pre or post, actually, is sort of one of the tips I'd also say for your members. Tell the story. Make sure that the key points are told. One thing I haven't said, actually, about the Aponto Vago family is the business they own is the MSC Group. They are the largest shipping company in the world, and they're incredibly financially stable. 3.5 billion euro is what they've committed to create Explorer Journeys, but it's family money, no debt, no loans. Wow. So that fiscal financial stability is actually a point your members may want to tell their clients, actually, but it's building on that story. Share the story about space and the why and how we go to the different destinations around the world and deliver the destination with a little bit more focus on immersion, culture, discovery. After all, we're called Explorer Journeys for a reason. We're exploring the world, and it's a journey, and the journey isn't just a cruise. The journey is the dream of travel. It's the experience of planning travel with your travel advisor if you're obviously a traveller, a guest. Sure. It's the actual pre or post. It's the experience on the ship and the destinations we go to.
And you touched on just how integral family is to this, to the whole offering, if you like. And again, we've tried to sort of pick out the things that members should focus on. But what profile do you think the customer fits, or what type of customer or what type of person is Explorer Journeys really reaching out to?
Yeah, ideally we call our future travellers, our guests, discerning travellers. So those people who are curious about travel, who want to discover more of our world, but obviously do it, in a responsible way as well. I think responsible tourism is very, very important. They're looking also for a transformative experience. And many of your members may have heard that we talk about discovering your ocean state of mind. And that's something that we probably all do, but we just don't necessarily talk about it when we've taken a cruise to this point. And, I always say, if we're on the same journey, we'll have a different explanation of how we've discovered the ocean state of mind. And it could be you're on your terrace, outside of your suite, you're reading your preferred choice of your book, and you're just looking out on the horizon, and you get that inspiration, you feel the sea salt. Actually, for those who are, fitness lovers, we have the very first outdoor techno gym. So imagine actually working out and having the sort of salt air and the warmth of the sun, looking out on that stunning vista of the ocean, and you'd have a description of how you've discovered your ocean state of mind while working out there, so.
Indeed. See, I told you Chris tells great stories. You really need him in your shop, don't you?
Yeah.
Can you believe, and I did say at the start, this is a mini-series, and we've come to the end of part 1, but I'm sure, like me, you've all been left wanting more. So thanks, Chris. I can't wait to talk to you again.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank you.